Hi, my name is Jeff and I'm an alcoholic and drug addict. Today we're going to talk about honesty. That was a really hard one for me. First off, what some of us don't realize is we are master manipulators. Now, what that means is we can talk our way into anything. There are very, very few dumb drunks and drug addicts. For the simple reason that you got to be pretty damn smart to be able to keep yourself fixed up. Whether it's drugs or alcohol, you got to be smart enough on how to get the money, how to get that next fix. That takes a smart person to be able to do that over and over and over again. Whether you're thieving, whether you're conniving, whether you're stealing, whether you're doing forging checks, whatever, whatever it takes a smart person to be able to pull that off to get that next fix. So the thing that was hardest for me was what they called self-manipulation. And it's like, I don't understand what you're saying. They said, well, you talk yourself into stuff. It's like, no, I don't. I don't talk to myself. Get the hell out of here. What are you talking about? And the more they talked about it, the slower it sunk in. I mean, hello, I'm crazy. I'm thick-headed. That, sometimes you gotta smack me a few times on the forehead before I finally realize what the hell you're talking about. And to explain it to other people can be really difficult for me too. I mean, the only thing that I could think of was for those of us who have sometimes decided, I'm pretty comfortable in this chair. I really don't need that meeting tonight. I think I'll just stay home. Bam! You just self-manipulated yourself. That's it. You talked yourself out of going to a meeting, even though once you got there, you were going to have a good time. You're going to be able to share and talk about what happened about your day, but yet you talked yourself out of it because you was comfortable with your ass sitting in that chair. That's self-manipulation. And I'm a master at that now that I know what the hell it is. I am a master at self-manipulation. I could talk myself into that next drink. I could talk myself into doing the stupid crap I did. I was a dummy falling for my own shit. I mean, how insane is that? How stupid and how crazy is it that I manipulated myself? Hello. So that's where honesty really, really becomes a struggle at first, because you first have to realize when you're not being honest with yourself. And until that point, it's hard to be honest with anybody else. It's just like if you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. Because you don't know how. Well, honesty is the same way. If you're still able to manipulate yourself, then you're not being honest with yourself. So you can't be honest with other people either. So you have to learn how to notice those things, the little voices in your head that are saying, just one more. It's not going to hurt. I mean, it's just one more. Just one drink. That's self-manipulation. And the more you catch on to that, then that's the more honest that you're becoming with yourself. And once you have that honesty within the self, then it is so much easier to be honest with everybody else. And for me, in my program, honesty is huge. I mean, I've even had, early on in my recovery, I've had friends that said, Jeff, could you please be just a little less honest? Because I was blunt and to the point. And sometimes you didn't even have to ask me my opinion. I just gave it to you if I felt you needed to know what it was. So, and I still do sometimes. And I don't do it to be rude. I don't do it to be mean. I do it to help other people. And what they do with it after that is up to them. There's nothing else I can do after that. That's their stuff to carry or get rid of or whatever. But I can say that it is it is awfully nice to live an honest life because I don't have to keep up with the lies. And let's face it, the older I get, the worse my memory gets. There's no way I could do it anymore without a notebook, and somebody's going to find that anyways. So it is. It's amazing how much better my life is and how much more people respect me because of my honesty. That I can be open and honest with anybody. I have no fear of sharing my story with a total stranger. No fear whatsoever. I have no fear of telling my story to the clerk at the grocery store if they ask me questions. That's how open and honest I am. I don't care what people think. I don't care what people say. I'm comfortable with who I am today, so none of that other stuff matters. They can go downtown and scream and yell all they want, and it has no effect on me. And if something I say helps just one person, then it's worth it. If one person gets something out of what I say and that helps them to have a better life, to stay sober one more day, then it is so much worth it. And I'm gonna be sharing a lot, and you're gonna be hearing about gratitude. You're gonna be hearing about service, and those are two huge things. To stay sober, service is very, very, very important because the more you're helping other people in the program, the more you're keeping yourself sober. I mean, it's that simple. And the gratitude. Oh my God. Huge. Gratitude's huge. I mean, as you watch people, as their sobriety starts to blossom, and you can see the changes and the gratitude growing within inside them as much as it is within yourself. I mean, it's a beautiful program. I mean, it's so easy and so simple that I just wish more people could stick with it. And here we go. Honesty. It's those that cannot be honest with themselves, that are still manipulating themselves, that cannot stay sober. And it's that simple. Now, if you are feeling a moment of distress, call somebody. If you are in this program and you do not have a sponsor, slap yourself and then go get a sponsor. Now, if you want a recommendation for a sponsor, I recommend you go to a meeting and you listen to somebody talk. And if that person is just totally pissing you off, that's who you want. Because the odds are they're saying a lot of things that you don't want to hear and probably should. So that's probably the person you should have in contact with you to keep you on the straight and narrow. So go out and get a sponsor. Make friends. Get phone numbers. Don't take the first drink and then call somebody. What the hell's the point? Use your numbers, use your contacts, use your sponsors. Stay sober because you're worth it. And with that, I'll pass.